Good morning, welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Ceemor, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Ceemor's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give her while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is the tug and let go to the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Ceemor's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Ceemor is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they'll demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. And Fred and Ceemor take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Ceemor heel, and then you start walking and she'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. We've also gone ahead and incorporated our sit command, as you see right there. Anytime Fred stops his feet, Ceemor will sit. It's important when you're heeling Ceemor that she walks nicely at your pace without trying to pull ahead of you or lag behind. If she does attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, say no, give a tug and let go correction to her training collar, repeat the command to heel, and then start walking again. The next command they're going to be demonstrating is our stay command, which is a hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Ceemor's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of the training leash. Now this is a great exercise to build up self-control in Ceemor. You can start practicing this one at about a minute's time and work your way up in increments until you get to about 3 minutes. Now as Fred returns back to Ceemor, he's going to walk all the way around her, providing an added distraction as he goes behind, and right back to left-hand side heel position. She holds that sit stay throughout, gives her some praise, and then heels her right out of it. I'll show you a little more of the heel sit and stay. There's that automatic sit. And gives her the stay again, back out to the end of the training leash. Now this time he'll give her a second to hold this position, and then he'll demonstrate our come or recall command instead of returning back to Ceemor. He calls her in using her name. She's going to get up, come right in, sit in front. Then we have a move called the finish. Fred's going to heel Ceemor right around the back of him and gets her right back to his proper left-hand side heel position. He'll demonstrate that recall one more time. He's going to put her into a sit. She started to go into a down, so he starts the command over again. Has her in a sit, gives her a stay, out to the end of the training leash. Gives her a second to hold it. And then he calls her in. She gets up, comes right into Fred, sits in front. And then the finish one more time, he heels her right around the back of him and right back to his left-hand side heel position, and she sits. Nicely done. That's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Ceemor about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with her. Next up is going to be our down commands. The first one will be down from a heel position. And with this one, Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives her a stay and walks back out to the end of the training leash. Now this is another great exercise to build up that self-control in Ceemor. You can start practicing this one at about 3 minutes time and work your way up in increments until you get to about 5 minutes. As Fred returns back to Ceemor, he'll walk all the way around her just as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. She holds that down throughout, he gives her some praise, and heels her right out of it. Now he'll show you that down again when he comes back around. Now it's always important to follow through with your command, so if at any point Ceemor breaks a stay or does not listen to a command, the first word out of your mouth is going to be no, followed by a tug and let go correction to her training collar, and then you're going to repeat the command you'd given her. Now Fred will show you the down again. It's hand straight to the ground, one-word command to down, and then a stay, and back out to the end of the leash. This time he'll give her a second to hold this one, and then he'll demonstrate that come or recall command right out of the down position. He calls her in, she gets right up and comes into him, sits in front, and then the finish one more time, right around the back of him, and then right back to his left-hand side heel position, and she sits. Nicely done. Now we'll give him a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. This will be you down from a distance. You're going to have her in a sit, give her a stay, walk out to the end of your training leash. This is the only time we use our right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop her into a down from the end of the training leash. He'll then return back to her once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Alright, we've demonstrated for you our basic obedience commands that we've been working on with Ceemor while she's been here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Ceemor, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.